The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs. They call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago by fighter pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times. More now from our Randy Kay.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
Images of that rotating thing captured by U.S. Navy aircraft. Sensors locking in on the target. Commander David Fravor saw it firsthand during a training mission, describing it like a 40-foot-long tic-tac, maneuvering rapidly and changing direction.
Shalom, I give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, I give double honors to our apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutations to all you sincere brothers pushing this word across the four corners of the earth. This lesson is entitled, The Astonishment of Them That Dwell on the Earth. And this is going to the video you just saw of the U.S. Navy are saying that the so-called UFOs are the real deal. And our apostles and elders and their teachers have been saying this for many years, that those so-called UFOs, according to biblical scriptures, those are the chariots of Israel, the angels, and they are so-called dark-skinned men inside those chariots. So here it is that the media is putting this out in the broadcast on mainstream news. They're just letting you know that these elites are getting very scared. They know the times that we are in, but the majority of the people, they don't. So the elites are ready. They getting prepared. So how much more us on the right-hand side? So this is 2 Esdras, the 13th chapter and the 30th verse. And he should come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. And that he is referring to our big brother, Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's going to come as astonishment to the people that's dwelling on this earth. And so when you're astonished, you are amazed. You are in great wonder and awe. So he's going to surprise a lot of our people. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, and the other nations, you forget about them. So they all going to be astonished when they see Yahushua comes back on that massive chariot. He's going to be on top of it, pursuant to 2 Esdras, the 13th chapter. This is Jeremiah, the 10th chapter and the 1st verse. Hear ye the word which Yahweh Ba'ashah speaking unto you, O house of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So as us seeing these chariots, we don't supposed to be dismayed. You know, we supposed to be looking forward to seeing more and more sightings of the chariots. That's supposed to be really for the whole house of Israel. But due to biblical prophecy, 2/3 of the nation of Israel are likened unto the other nations, pursuant to Romans, the 9th chapter and the 6th verse. So they have the same light mind of the other nations when they see the chariots flying in the skies. You know, they think those are so-called green figures. You know, that's the way that Esau pushes out in his witchcraft, which is his media, that he has the whole masses believing how those chariots are portrayed as. But according to biblical scriptures, those are so-called dark-skinned men inside those chariots. So for the heathen are dismayed at them. So that's why you see people recording videos when they see these chariots. You know, they are yelling, screaming. You know, it was one video, it was a Jake saying, "There go aliens, aliens." And he just kept saying it. So they are dismayed at the signs of heaven. But through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashah, as the hopeful elect, we are looking forward to this. And just to show you how cold Yahweh Ba'ashah is, you know, our people once knew about these chariots. This was part of our heritage. You know, you had the slaves in the cotton fields, they would be singing "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot." You know, they were looking forward for those chariots to come deliver them out of their hell as being slaves to carry them back to Jordan, pretty much the land of Israel. But fast forward nowadays, look at our people now. They look at these chariots as green men. And just to show you how cold Yahweh Ba'ashah is, how he can put that spirit upon a certain person and have them believe certain things. And that's also pursuant to Jeremiah 17 chapter and the 4th verse, because we have been discontinued from our heritage. This is Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter and the 2nd verse. When they see it, they should be troubled with terrible fear and should be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. Because when Yahushua comes back with those chariots, it's going to be innumerable multitude of those chariots. And when he comes back, as it says in Revelation, the 1st chapter and 7th verse, that the kindreds of the earth shall wail, they're going to be in amazement when they see a so-called black man who been portrayed as a white man on this side coming back in chariots, coming back to deliver his elect, coming back to destroy America, aka Babylon the Great, and certain parts of the earth. So these people are going to be in total amazement when they see Yahushua come back with those chariots, so far beyond all that they looked for. This is 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, and the 1st verse. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know that perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And you look into that word thief, it goes into a stealer. And that's exactly how Yahushua, when he comes back, he's going to steal the joy of these people. You know, they looking forward to the next year. They're looking forward to all these different wicked holidays. They're looking forward to increasing their riches. You know, they're just looking forward to accomplish this American dream. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel are incorporated into that ideology. So therefore, they're going to be shocked just like the other nations when Yahushua come back with those chariots. He's going to steal their joy, and he's going to come as a thief in the night. But as the hopeful elect, and Lord willing, we continue to stay in this mindset, we looking forward to Yahushua's coming. We hastening that day. So we spiritually preparing ourselves, and we waiting upon that day. As it says in the book of Lamentations, the 3rd chapter, it is good that a man should hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh Bashayahushua. So that's what we're doing through the Spirit. We looking forward to all these different biblical prophecies coming to pass. When we see earthquakes, or we hear about different rumors of wars, you know, we see the blood moons, and we just seeing all type of biblical prophecy coming to pass that let us know through the Spirit that Yahushua, he's on his way back. Each day that goes by is a step closer for Yahushua to usher in his kingdom on this planet Earth. So this is 2nd Esdras, the 13th chapter and the 6th verse. So this is going to when Yahushua comes back, those chariots, and these other nations, including America, are going to be fighting in World War III. So they're going to stop what they're doing because they're going to be so astonished that they see Yahushua coming back with innumerable amounts of chariots that they're going to be in total astonishment. They're going to be in total awe. So this is going to biblical prophecy, and we right around the corner from this beautiful event. And this is 2nd Esdras, 13th chapter and the 6th verse. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. And that mountain is synonymous to that chariot. That's how humongous that chariot is going to be when Yahushua comes back, that fathership. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not. So Esdras, through the Spirit, he couldn't even tell one end from the other of this massive chariot. And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yes, durst fight. So these other nations, they're going to be in total astonishment, and they're going to stop what they're doing, and their mouths just going to be totally open. But let's see what's going to happen next. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out his lips a flaming breath, and out his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. So Yahushua's going to be shooting beams on these people that are coming out those chariots. You know, you see in a lot of these Hollywood films where they show those chariots, or the so-called UFOs, that they be shooting out those laser beams. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden and innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. So Esdras, who we know is a man of Yahweh Bashayahushua, and he's here today. So he was afraid of having that vision of Yahushua coming back with those chariots. And that's a man of the Lord. So how much more these other people that's going to be caught off guard? They're going to be totally in astonishment when they see Yahushua and those angels coming back. Scriptures say how men's hearts should be filling themselves. The people going to be welling. And that's when Yahushua, he's going to come back. He's going to plead with all flesh. And you got to think about it. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, They gave Yahushua up to Pilate. And therefore they said, let his blood be on us and our children. That's why Yahushua has come back, and he's going to plead with all flesh. He hasn't forgot nearly over 2 days what has happened to him when he was walking on this planet Earth. And that's just to show you that the times that we're in, that Esau, the so-called white man, is preparing for Yahushua's second coming. This going to be the showcase of Yahushua, whereas the whole earth was going to know who the Lord and Savior is, the King of Kings. Now, Esau is putting this out in mainstream news that the so-called UFOs are the real deal. And we've been saying that for a long time through Spirit and Power, Yahweh Shai. So these are beautiful times that we are in, and that just establishes more in the spirit that our salvation is nearer than we believe. Yahushua, he's on his way back, and he's ready to rectify things on this planet Earth. He ready to get his lit back from over 2,000 years ago. And he should come to astonishment of them to dwell on the earth. And with that, I hope you all were edified. Like, give all honor and glory again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, double honors again to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all you sincere brothers. Shalom.
And as we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water and a white object, oblong, pointing north.
The object was first sighted in 2004, then similar objects again in 2015. Footage of the sightings, declassified by the military, weren't made public until December 2017 by the New York Times and a group that researches UFOs.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
The Navy says it still doesn't know what the objects are, and officials aren't speculating. A Navy spokesman simply confirming to CNN the objects seen in the various clips are unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. The UFO reports were first investigated by a secret $22 million program, part of the Defense Department budget, that investigated reports of UFOs. The program has since been shut down, but it was run by a military intelligence official who told CNN they found compelling evidence that we, quote, may not be alone. Randy Kay, CNN, New York.